Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we got a little story time for you guys. Now, this story time takes place 2 years ago. Alright, it's about the time I got into a fight. Now, this is my first ever fight I ever got into, and it was with Joe Franklin. Yeah, Joe Franklin. You would never expect us to get into a fight, but 2 years ago, we did. Alright, it was crazy. But let's get right into this. So one day I was just walking to the park, alright? And there were these random kids that I never liked, alright? And they came up to me and they're like, yo, what's up, pussy? Like talking their shit and all. So the one kid gets up in my face and he starts shoving me. I'm like, why are you shoving me? And now let me point out, I had the urge to smack the shit out of this kid. I was about to knock the hell out of him. Alright? I was about to, you don't even understand. I was about to knock the shit out of him. But there was little kids there and I didn't want to do it in front of the little kids. Even though I've seen a lot worse as a little kid, I didn't want to do it. So later that day, they wanted to play football, all right? And we had, like, 4 people there at that time. But then, like, 6 more people arrived, all right? Now, this is where stuff got interesting. So then Joe Franklin came and some other people came. So now we had, like, 8 people. So just a ton of people were coming to play some football. So we had, like, 10 people at this point. So we had 5v5s, all right? So we started playing, and me and Joe just started arguing randomly, all right? Because I scored a touchdown on him and he was guarding me and I started doing like dances because, you know me, I'm a cocky little shit. Alright, I'm gonna be doing all that stuff. So I started doing a little dance when I got the touchdown on him and that pissed him off. So he ended up getting a catch on me, but he didn't get the touchdown, but it was like a 20-yard gain. He flipped the ball up in my face. So I'm like, oh, really? You want to play that game now? I got another touchdown on him. We were just going back and forth, back and forth. Now let me point out, this was when I wasn't that good at football. Now, no offense to Joe, I can burn him any day. But Joe's a good football player. Don't send hate to him. But Joe, you know, if you were guarding me, I can just run deep every time and get open. All right, but all respect to Joe. Joe isn't that fast, and he's not a cornerback. Joe's position on defense is not a cornerback. He's a linebacker. So we're just playing, all right, and he got super mad. So we're like, okay, let's switch teams. So we switched teams and we decided we're going to play at a different, like, angle. So there was the very long way we can play in the big field, and then there was another way. It was like the side way. So we're like, okay, we'll just play like that. So Joe started talking a lot of smack. And smack talking to me back then, if you were talking smack to me, I took the biggest offense to that. If somebody called me a pussy, I would get so angry. And I would just start going right back at him. Like now, if somebody called me a pussy, I wouldn't really give a shit. To be honest with you, I wouldn't care. But yeah, he called me a pussy, and that really got me angry. So their team kicks it off to us, all right? And Joe's not even paying attention. I hit stick the shit out of him. When I say I hit stick the shit out of him, I mean it. I knocked him to the ground so fast. He fell down faster than a 10-pound barbell. Alright, so I just hit sticked him. He wasn't paying attention though. Alright, I just lowered my shoulder into him and knocked him to the floor. So he got super mad and we're like, okay, this is where we get to the action. So he gets me. We're like just in that little like, you know, grabbing each other. Like that sounds super gay, but we were just grabbing each other's shoulders. And Joe ends up kneeing me. He kneed me in the stomach. So I'm like, oh my God. So what I do is we both like throw each other to the ground at the same time, all right? And I'm on top, all right? I'm on top, so I'm like, okay, I got to do some shit. I hit him with some really good punches. Some of these punches were actually pretty solid, all right? So I hit him with the punch, then he's like, oh, shit. So he got super angry once I hit him with that first punch because it connected. It hit him in the jaw really good, all right? So I hit him, and he got super angry. Now on top. So he tried to start punching me, but he missed, all right? He missed like almost every single one of his punches. But then he hit me with a really good elbow, and that made me like, oh my God. I felt like shit. That elbow, that was the hardest elbow I think I've ever been hit with in my life, dude. That elbow was so hard, I thought I was knocked out. So he hit me good, all right? So then I had to get him off me. I throw another punch that connected pretty well. All right, and that got him off me. I like knocked him off me, all right? So then I get up and he's getting up, and while I'm getting up, he comes up behind me, grabs my legs and brings me to the ground again. So I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? So I start kicking my legs randomly. I'm like having a seizure on the floor at this point. But I kick him off me, and then I throw another punch while he's falling, and it connected so good. His head went like, ooh. His head like shook randomly. And then while I hit him, he hit me with a left hand, and that hit me good. So we're just beating the shit out of each other. All right? He had a bloody nose. I had a bloody lip. And I walked away. All right? This fight was over. I'm like, hell no, I am not doing this again. Now, if you ask people who were there at that fight, if you ask them who won, they will say me. But if I have to give an opinion, I have to say it was a tie. Because, to be honest with you, it was a terrible fight. Me and him both hit each other with some good stuff, all right? For one, the fight was like 30 seconds. I made the fight sound like it was like longer, but it was only like 30 seconds. It was fast. And it was just us beating the shit out of each other, really. Like, both of us only connected like 3 good punches. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this story time. If you guys did, drop a like and subscribe. And actually, there is one more thing to this story. So while I was walking away to go to my house, all right, I go to my house. I'm just chilling, all right? And one of the kids who was watching the fight comes up to me. He's like, Joe wants a round 2. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, no way. I was scared to fight Joe after that because he hit me good, bro. He hit me good, and he wanted a round 2 because you got to remember, Joe goes to a public school, and he's used to fighting, all right? I've seen Joe get into so many fights. You don't even understand. I've only been into one street fight, all right? One street fight. One street fight. That's it. One street fight. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I had some boxing background, so I knew like how to like fight up top, but it wasn't an up top fight. It was more on the ground. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, drop a like and subscribe. And also, let's get to 300 by Christmas. That would be a great Christmas present from you guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did, like I said, drop a like, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.